Today, we're gonna go over navigating, marketing, scaling your cleaning business for real estate. A lot of people say, man, why did you get into cleaning business? And it's not that I love to clean. It was that I could get into something and generate income so that I can go ahead and go for what I really wanted to go. And I wanted to get into real estate because I heard that a lot of people made their wealth in real estate. I think it's like 93% of the people make their wealth in real estate, if I'm not mistaken. But the fact is that I wanted to get into real estate and I didn't know how I was going to do it. So I felt that a good way to get into real estate would be to getting into a business, and you want to generate income. So that brings me to this topic today: navigating, marketing, and scaling the cleaning business so that you can go for real estate. I started a cleaning company about 5 years ago, and I started with a franchise. Now, I started with my franchise and it was going pretty smooth, but the whole goal was to actually be able to invest in real estate. I didn't have a ambition to go my own direction in my cleaning company because I was gonna use the franchise model. They had it built in so I can generate the income so I can invest in real estate. That was the goal. The franchise model has you where you just receive calls on the other end of the line. You might not know anything about operations. You don't know anything about marketing. You don't know anything about aspects of sales and marketing that you will need to grow your company. The whole purpose of scaling a company for me is to scale a company to want to get into real estate endeavors. You want to scale a company to where now you can go ahead and invest in something else. You could go ahead and have your team on your shoulders or your back, and then you can take them to the next level. You want to take them higher. And that's where the cleaning company came in for me. We want to talk about how the cleaning is connected to real estate, right? So the cleaning business has different industries. You have Airbnbs, you have industrial, you have specialty services, you have commercial cleaning, you have residential move in and move out. You have so many different avenues inside of the cleaning industry. You figure out which one that you want to start in, and then you go ahead and go for it. Now, cleaning has a lot of perks involved in it. I did not know that it was a big business like it is, but I did know that it was a low cost of entry. What I mean by low cost of entry, meaning that you could get into a business and you don't have to spend that much to actually get involved. You want to figure out what niche that you want to be in. For me, I chose commercial cleaning. So if you want to go into commercial real estate, then the commercial industry would be an amazing thing, right? You want to stay around commercial buildings, but then you're only working with some of the people that work in the buildings. You're not really working with all of the business owners or the people that's actually selling the buildings, right? So I wanted to get into real estate, so I went with residential move in and move out cleans. Now, residential move in and move out cleans, that got me to where I'm around realtors, I'm around property managers, I'm around other people that's moving and shaking into the real estate. I'm around a lot of different people. That right there helps you to build your business and keeping that in mind that you want to go up into the real estate. I think that a lot of people don't think about their next stage when they're building that first stage, so they don't put all the effort that it takes to build. If you're building something that you wanted to run without you, or you wanted to build it to where somebody else could take over, you want to be able to know it. You want to be in it to where you can kind of know the ins and outs. Now, I've known people that build business and not been in it, but for me, I didn't do it that way. I had to be in the business. I wanted to know about it. I didn't come from a business background. I had to learn it on my own. So I got into it, I wanted to learn it, I put policies and procedures in place, and I took notes on what I was doing. When you're building a business to invest in real estate, or you're building a business that you want to be able to set that thing on automatic, you want to have things written down. You want to have something to where you can show somebody else that, hey, this is how we do this here. A lot of times what I did was, when I first started, I didn't have things that was written down. I'm thinking that people know exactly what I know. And so we don't have policies written down. So a lot of times when I was trying to get out to go into real estate or get out and do something else, it would keep pulling me in. And one of the things that was pulling me in is I didn't have nothing written down. So this time around, I'm writing policies down. We getting stuff in order. I want to have things strategically put, and I want to set the standard and set guidelines for what it needs to be. But what happens a lot of times when we build in our business, especially if we don't have nothing else in mind, you get to allowing things to just run haphazardly. If it's you in the business, you don't have the team behind you, you don't have nothing that you're trying to take to the next level, you won't take that extra step to, let's see, to write things down. And what I like about this is that the problems, lessons, or losses losses and I say lessons, right? We always count losses as lessons. And the reason being is sometimes when you lose a building, you put in policies and you learn why they got structure in certain of these companies. I took myself, when I came into the game, I was a little lenient. I was letting people show up when they wanted to. And if you want to build something that can run without you, now I'm seeing you need to make sure they're on time. When I say on time, meaning if you got 1099 workers, it's a different structure that you have to put, but you want to still make sure that they mentally on time, like they gotta, gonna do what they supposed to do. At the beginning, I didn't have all those structures down. So it was so hard for me to scale my business and put policies in place so I could focus on something else. Now I got the idea.